Hey, this is Andrew Bresnak, founder of Charlotte Content Marketing, and this is the Charlotte Content Marketing Podcast. I know that you were thinking that I was done. Where did I go? But I'm back. So thank you so much for tuning in and checking us out. As you can see, we've got a little bit of a different lighting setup and camera kind of stuff going on, which is kind of cool. So if you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, make sure to check us out on YouTube as well so that you can see the marvelous setup here that I've concocted. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts and everywhere else. So today what I want to talk about is who does not need content marketing. Now, I know that could that kind of comes across as counterintuitive given that I operate a content marketing agency, but I prefer to be fully transparent. And not everybody is going to really benefit from content marketing. I think every business can use content marketing, but not every business needs content marketing, or maybe not every business needs content marketing right now. So the first example of a business that probably is not going to benefit from content marketing is any business that does not already have a web presence established. So that means you don't have a website, you don't have social media profiles, and you're not on social media platforms. Basically, you don't have anything to put content on, or you don't have anything, any places on the web to direct people to from your content. A big part of content marketing is relationships, and I tell people this all the time. And so what we're focused on is linking content, maybe directly or indirectly, but we're trying to tie everything together. And especially as Google is going to be rolling out the search generative experience, it's not going to be just about backlinks back to your site anymore. That's like traditional SEO kind of stuff. That's still going to be important, but creating relationships between pieces of content that get shared and published all around the web, leading back to your site in various ways, that's going to become even more important. So if you don't already have a website, you don't have social media, anything like that, you're probably not going to benefit from content marketing because, really, there's nowhere to put the content or direct it back to. So another example is if you do not have a marketing budget. Now, content marketing is an ongoing process. It's not a one and done kind of thing. I think sometimes, and I run into this personally from time to time, where a business owner will contact us and say, "Okay, I need a website." Well, we don't really do websites, unfortunately, but I can always refer you to experts who can take care of that. But the thing is with a website, so a website gets put together, it gets put on the web, and there are going to be updates and stuff from time to time. But pretty much that's the product, the website. With content marketing, it's an ongoing, evolving, and this goes back to relationships. It's an ongoing, evolving relationship that you develop with your customers and with business partners, and it's an ongoing, evolving building of authority and establishing trustworthiness on the web. So if you don't have a marketing budget, a monthly or quarterly marketing budget, it's going to be really tough because one piece of content, and I've talked about this, I talk about this all the time, one piece of content is not usually going to help. I take that back. I shouldn't say one piece of content won't help. One piece of content in and of itself, one blog post, one white paper, one newsletter, those kinds of things need to be kind of an ongoing process, because just like any relationship, you don't just walk up to somebody and say, "Hey, do you want to be friends, or you want to get married, or you want to, go on a date, or you want to be a couple or something like that?" No, you have to take your time with it and build that rapport and develop that relationship over time. And that's what content marketing is all about. So if you don't have the budget for that at the moment, content marketing may not be the best investment. Commodity products and businesses that sell commodity products are also an example of situations where content marketing may not be the right choice or a good investment. And that's because in those situations, a lot of times customers are basing their purchasing decisions just on price. And when it comes down to that kind of thing, content marketing is about establishing trust and building authority and forming that relationship. If we're talking about a commodity market where it really just comes down to who's got the lowest price, it doesn't matter whether you're trustworthy and whether you have this close relationship and branding with your customers. They don't care about that. They just want the product at the lowest price. And so once again, content marketing may not be a good investment in that situation. Certain niche and particularly B2B, business to business kind of situations, those are also not going to be, if you have a limited customer base, and I'm talking about a very limited customer base, if there's not much competition in that space, and it's you and a handful of other companies, content marketing may not be, in that situation, may not be a good investment, and that's kind of on a case by case basis, and that's where we sit down and we talk through what challenges you're facing, and what opportunities are present for content marketing to give you a boost. But once again, that's on a case by case basis. But sometimes those ultra niche categories are not a good fit for content marketing. If your business has a very short sales cycle, meaning your products or services are sort of an impulse buy, if you will. Once again, this is where content that's going to build a relationship over time and bring customers into your brand's ecosystem, so to speak. That kind of stuff is, sometimes not. Sometimes content marketing is not beneficial in those situations, and again, it's on a case by case basis. But if you're relying on quick sales, and once again, it doesn't matter whether we're establishing those closer bonds and those deeper roots and stuff with the customer base, then content marketing probably doesn't matter in that situation either. If you don't have expertise or you don't have experts available, that could be a problem for content marketing too. So with content marketing, one of the things that we do is we work with subject matter experts, or SMEs. So when we work with a client, we want to have a chance to sit down and do some subject matter expert interviews in which we interview the people in your organization who are the absolute expert on either your products and services or their part in your products and services. So, we may be talking to department heads, we may be talking to, engineers, we could be talking to CEOs, we could be talking to anybody. But if you don't have people like that in your organization, and this could be a situation where if you're reselling, so, perhaps you're reselling from a manufacturer and you don't have direct access to, all of the resources that the manufacturer has, you may not be able to provide us the information that we need to be able to develop the content and also really develop a targeted content strategy, because, we really need to be able to have access to the people who are like boots on the ground, directly involved in all that kind of stuff. If your customers primarily interface with your business offline, and this kind of ties into my original point about if you don't have a web presence. Well, even if you do have a web presence, but most of your transactions and interactions are completed offline, then content marketing, once again, is not really going to be beneficial in that case. Now, in a situation like that, content marketing could be a good step toward developing those online relationships and boosting online sales. But that's kind of a longer term strategy, depending on where your existing customer base is. If they're not the type of people who are going to transition to the web at all, or if you cannot expand your customer base on the web for whatever reason. I don't know what your products and services are, so who knows. But yeah, I mean, if we're talking about where your customers are just separate from your web presence, once again, just like with not having a web presence at all, you're going to be putting all kinds of amazing content out there on the web, and nobody's ever going to see it. Now, this one can be kind of an either or. It's a little bit of a tricky situation, and a lot of this stuff, I said it before, but it's a case-by-case basis. So if you offer immediate or emergency services, like let's say you were a locksmith or something like that, content marketing may be beneficial in that case, but more than likely, you're going to want to focus more on like paid ads and stuff, because when people are searching for you, they're looking for you right now. They're not looking to build a long-term relationship with emergency services necessarily now. With that being said, if you're a plumbing company, you run a plumbing company or a router service or something like that offers emergency services in addition to your regular plumbing services or home services, then something like that, yeah, absolutely is where we want to build that rapport with the customer base and establish that trust and authority in the community and the industry. But yeah, if your business is strictly just immediate need kind of stuff, then content marketing probably is not going to be a good investment there either. Now, this kind of goes back to the whole niche product thing, but if you sell a product or a service that customers are only going to buy one time, I can't think of an example off the top of my head, but if it's a product or a service that's used so infrequently, or it's just a one-time purchase and there's never going to be another purchase, content marketing may not be the best investment. Just because once again, we're not focused on developing that relationship and that rapport, and pulling the customer base into the ecosystem. It's kind of just a one and done kind of deal. And there are plenty of other digital marketing strategies that you can use in those situations, but content marketing probably is not going to be the best one. So those are just a couple of examples of situations and or businesses that may not benefit from content marketing. And once again, I mean, it all is on a case-by-case basis, and that's why we always sit down and have an in-depth but informal chat, a consultation with people who approach us, businesses who approach Charlotte Content Marketing, because we want to get to know what challenges you face and what opportunities are available to see if we're a good fit. Transparency is a big thing for me personally. Transparency is a big thing for my agency professionally. And we never want to try to sell you something that you don't need. So we want to make sure that you're getting the right services that are going to benefit your business and ultimately that are going to benefit your customers. So if you do have questions about content marketing, or if you're wondering whether your business can benefit from content marketing, we would be happy to talk with you. You can email us at hello@charlottecontentmarketing.com. And of course, you can find us at charlottecontentmarketing.com on the web. You can also contact us on socials, Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever. Now, we started a Threads. Anybody remember Threads? We started a Threads account, and that seems to have just died. The service, not the account. So you can still find us on there, but we're not really active on there. But Instagram, LinkedIn, all that good stuff. So connect with us on there, and you can give us a call at 704-323-6762. and we'll be more than happy to talk with you there. So until the next time, thank you so much for watching or tuning into the Charlotte Content Marketing Podcast. My name is Andrew Rusnak. I am the founder of Charlotte Content Marketing, and I will catch you next time. Thank you.